Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf when we're playing Vintage Story. We're using version 119.7. 8 is out, but I've not upgraded to it yet. Okay, so we just found our second translocator. We were heading this way. Wow. Go to this translocator, but now that I've found a second one and taken it down, I really have no need to go there. So my next goal is go home. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go to this translocator and repair it. We're going to go and make a translocator at our base. Then I'm going to return to this one, repair it, and I'm going to use the linker to connect the translocator at my base to travel to this translocator, which is in a spot where I want to build my drifter trap with my friend who's going to come on and play with me. At least that's the plan. And that's what will happen unless somehow I can't figure things out that I already know how to do. So, since I already know how to do them, it shouldn't be a problem. Anyways, that's the plan. That's what we're doing. That's my goal. That's my mission. I'm so glad that I was able to find the gold that I need to make the linker, and I was looking at it more closely, and then I realized I needed to have the part from another translocator, so I needed to take 2 down in order to make 1 translocator and make the linker that you use to link the 2 translocators, tell them to go to each other. There is a command that I know that I've used that can do that also without the linker, and I have had issues with the linker in the past, so I will not hesitate to use the command. That does not require me to go into creative mode or anything like that. But it does require the player to have some level of administrator rights, which in a normal single-player world, you as the player do have administrative rights, so you could use that command in your worlds as well. But I did, as I mentioned in the previous episode, I had so much troubles with some of the translocators that I placed and linked, because the linking worked and then the linking didn't work. So nothing about that was okay, and this was on a server and I was not an admin on that server, so I had to get help from an administrator to come help me, and we used that command and never had a problem with those translocators again. So I've had more luck, I've had more success using the linker than I have had issues using the linker, but I have had issues using the linker, and before, and if you don't have translocator engineering mod installed, then the only way you can place translocators or fix them, because as an admin, I would have to go do that, because people would repair a translocator, go through it, and then there wouldn't be a translocator on the other side, so then an administrator had to go and place a translocator, and then I had to get them to link to one another. And so I had to learn that command and how to use it. And then Tyron has modified that command, and so I had to figure out how to use the new version of it. Anyways, so I know the command, I've used the command. I have no problems using the command. But if the linker will work, I will do that, since that is how it is intended to be done. So I will be a good boy and try to do nothing that looks like I'm cheating or actually cheating. Cheating is not my goal. So there you go. My intention is that everybody's happy with what I'm doing on here. So I avoid doing things that maybe don't make sense. That might make sense to me, but might upset other people. But sometimes I go ahead and do those things anyways, even though it might upset people. But that's not my goal. It's not what I want to do. It does not achieve my goals the way that I want to achieve my goals. But I will not hesitate to do what I need to do to make things right. If that makes any sense. Because that is exactly what I would do as an administrator on a server. Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about making right. Things that I would do as an admin to correct things that the game screwed up, wrong, whatever. And so if I would do it for a player on a server, I'll certainly do it for me as myself in my own personal worlds. More information than you needed, but hey, I'm supposed to talk the whole time, so there, I'm talking. Well, anyways. So I have the parts to make the linker, so that's what I'm going to use. So when we get back to base, I've got the parts to reassemble actually 2 translocators, but I have to take one of the parts and waste the other ones, which really troubles me. But if you want to make the linker, that's what you have to do. You have to take 2 down to get your one set up and link it to the next one. Which if you were going to place 2 translocators and connect them together, you actually would have to take down 3 translocators. Whatever the deal is, if you want to use it the way the mod intends you to use it, you have to take down 1 extra translocator in order to have the tools that you need to do what I'm going to do. So, nice to be home. I guess I might as well check in with Alfonso. I think that's this guy's name. Alphonse. No, he doesn't have a chandelier. The other one, I'd come back and buy it. But that's not what we're doing right now. I'll show you up top where my existing translocator is. I have removed some blocks to make it reasonable access to be able to place the translocator I'm going to place it at a reasonable location. So dual painting there and put up a picture of my wife there. She's my wife, right? She's not my wife. What is she? Okay, 59. So 2 more burns, and we'll have more steel, blister steel, that we turn into steel ingots by removing the crap, the impurities from it. Okay, let's take our chest off and see what we can put away. Silly thing I'm doing there, but you know what? I'm happy, so That away just yet. Alina. Extra additional sticks. Flax fiber. Definitely have spears to put away. Okay. Six claystone. Fibers. Stairs. A hammer. Let's up the galena, aka lead. Hammer back. Add that to the lead. And some food. I'm just kind of focusing on the bread a little bit right now because I don't want it to spoil. Okay, so I'd grab parts. Okay, so I need 6 of these. I need 2 more translocator or temporal gears. Okay, so how do you do what we need to do to make? Oh no, that's not it. How do we make the translocator that I'm going to place? First, when you break a translocator, if you have it configured to give you 100%, okay, by default it gives you 80%. So you will not get a full translocator unless you change the configuration, which I have done. So when you break a translocator, you get 6 of these coalescence crystal shards. You open your crafting grid and you place 4 around and 2 in the middle, and that turns that into a rectified coalescent crystal. Okay, so if we open up this shows us how to place all of these items. The temporal gears that I just grabbed. The metal parts. The battery. Oh, I just remembered. Okay. So, I do not know why this didn't give me the exact part that I need, because as I've used this before, this part was not a plain glass pane. It was a plain glass slab. So that has been changed. And if we look, this particular item comes from the mod bricklayers. So I believe if I did not have bricklayers installed, that it would just use the plain glass slab and not require you to use plain glass pane. Not hard to make. All I have to do is grab a saw. Well, that's not true. I have to grab these things as well. Okay, so I need hammer, chisel, the slab, and a saw. And as you can see, it made 2 of these. Can you see that in my inventory? Yeah, neither can I. Alright, let's go back to making this. Place the items where they belong. So, I'm not happy that Bricklayers has modified this recipe. I can't see the stupid thing. I don't even know that I have one. But you arrange the items thusly, in the correct quantities, and you get a repaired static translocator. Why didn't you come down here? Why? Oh, because there's that stupid part. Okay. Place the tools back. See that? I just had the thing there and I don't even remember. And you'll never know it unless you mouse over the thing. Okay. Well, I might need that. So I need this. I need 1 diamond. I need a steel plate, which I'm going to have to make. So I'm going to have to process. We're going to process all of my blister steel, because it is quick and easy to do, so just do them all while doing them. Light up the forges. Lit. Light. I dislike that it's hard to see if it's lit from any distance away. Nevertheless, there it is. Okay. Come on. So while that's heating up, well, alright, I'm going to go place this where I want it quickly because I've already prepared the way for it. And I know exactly the block that I want it on. So I come back here, go past this translocator. And I want it at right there. That's where I want it. Now let's go back and make a steel plate. And no, I don't remember all the parts that I need to do to not take long to process blister steel. Especially if you have a hellhammer and you've got nice wind resource and the wind is blowing more than 3%. I still have ways to speed this up that I haven't done. I still intend to make 4 hellhammers here that all hitting the anvil. I haven't done that. So I have lots of things to do that I haven't done. And I am not going to get them all done in a day, and I'm not going to get them all done in a month. I'll get them done when I get them done. Things that I don't have are not causing me any issues, so it's not like steel plate. That's our second ingot. And now we have our steel plate. Let's toss that in, put it down, turn the hellhammer off, because who wants to listen to it? Not me, not me. H linker. Translocator linker. So I need 4 temporal gears. And where is my gold plate? Made my gold plate. Okay. Gold plate, steel plate, 4 temporal gears. This thing that you don't even know that you have, where is it? Must be in where did I put it? Where is my stupid piece of glass? Okay, Now let's focus on getting this. You put back where it belongs. Where is that stupid schmutz of a piece of glass pane? Clearly not in my inventory. Okay. So where would I have put it? Well, certainly may have put it in here. Of course, the only way to know is to mouse over these empty slots. And if it's not there, then I would have put it in... Oh, what did I just do with it? Like I can't make another one. Seriously, what did I do with it? I didn't intend to just toss it on the floor, which is probably what I did. Nothing, nothing. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. So I don't have it on my person. Good grief. I need inventory space. I can grab all my tools and make another piece of schmutz that I don't want and that I don't need by choice of the mod, but by choice of fails and bricklayers. That's what I gotta use. Whatever. Okay. I need my 4 temporal gears. Okay, H. Linker. E. You go there. You can actually see it in the crafting, you know, in the help, but whatever. If you've watched me play very long, you know that I find this very frustrating. And I am not happy that Tells Mod did that. I am not happy about this at all. I wouldn't have thrown it away because I knew I was just going to need it. But we're not going to go back and watch video to see what I did with it. It's where it happened to end up. Okay. I now have the linker. Still have... Okay, so these parts here will never be useful to me. These are just waste at this point. I don't like it, but that's how it is. Okay. So when I go out to my other translocator, I don't have what I need. Because I need the 2 metal parts. Okay. Here's the linker. I'm going to place the flower pot somewhere. I'm going to put that away. I'm going to put that away. Let's go place a flower pot somewhere. Pretend like I'm a civilized human. My flower pots must be outside. Okay, this crate goes there. Crowbar. Who knows if I'll ever use it again? Goes there. Used quite a bit of my bandages while out and about. I need to get going eating those too. Okay. I don't know how many bandages we have here. Okay, well, we don't. Finally believe that I know the formula. So we made 4 horsetail and 2 reed make 4 poultices. Those 2. There. This back where it goes. Okay. I don't need to take this with me. And I don't want to take it with me. Where is this drifter sounds coming from? They clearly are not in my base. They surely are in adjacent caves, which I have worked on somewhat to eliminate, but I haven't. That all taken care of. Not in here. I have this place lit up like some crazy thing. Okay. So I've got what I need to repair the translocator that I'm going to connect the one here at my base to, which is this one way out yonder. That one's out at 2431 by minus 860, which is a long ways from here. Okay. I think this is all set up, but must get my food set up. Gonna place some filler ice. Excellent. Okay, bread. That's 5 days. How long is this? 10 days. Okay. It goes bad faster in my chest than in the cellar, so that's that. I assume you know that by now, but somebody might not realize that. You wonder why I'm just doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Strong, strong, strong. Okay. Weak, weak, weak. Okay. All the leather is good. All right. I am going to read the handbook before I do this because not using this correctly. Guides. Translocator engineering. How to use the link. To use the linker, right click on a translocator. Then right click on it then right click it on a second translocator. Okay. So if I mouse over this, you see it doesn't have any coordinates or anything. It says right click on a translocator. I was sure that this actually gave me some indication. We did hear a click, right? What this is supposed to do is it's supposed to record the coordinates of this translocator. Okay? So, just go back to it because I will tell you right now that if this doesn't work, I will cheat and I will teleport back to my home and I will use the command and I will set these. Because I will not fight a tool that doesn't work right, which, as I've told you, has previously not worked right. Okay, to use the linker, right click on a translocator. Did that. Then right click it on a second translocator. We have to get to that translocator in order to do this. Both translocators will become linked. If either translocator was previously linked to another translocators, those other translocators will become unlinked. Inlet is still repaired, blah, 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 blah. The maximum distance is 8,000. I've edited my configuration. I can put them as far as 15,000 blocks apart. What's this? The lights? What's this? Lights on the front of the linker provide a rough indicator of if you travel away from the first stretch you synchronized. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video because I want to end this video with me having done this. So I will see you at the other translocator. So let's bring you back. Okay, I am at the translocator that I want to connect to. Oh my gosh. I'm not looking at a translocator. I unintentionally right-clicked, and now it just told me that it cleared. So, I told you if this didn't work, I would cheat. All I was trying to do was take the chest off my back so that I could get the repair parts. Why would you go into my inventory and not onto my hotbar? Tyrant, I honestly have no idea why you're doing the things you're doing. They do not make sense to me. Okay, so I'm repairing this. I'm going to grab my trunk and put it back on my back again. Now I'll grab the translocator, or the linker, and I will right click on it. Synchronized to translocator. Now I will do exactly as I said. And I will cheat. Whatever. I'm not gonna make this huge run multiple times. Okay. Let's see if this thing works. If I'm not in my opinion, if I'm not looking at a translocator and I accidentally right click on the linker, it ought to do nothing. Okay. The thing that you should see right now is that up here it says teleports to. I do know that that is where the second translocator is located. So, having linked the one on the other end and this one together, I should step onto this and it should take me right back to where it just TP'd from. And here we are, right back at this other translocator. Now this had been connected to another translocator, but the linker said that it was going to unlink that one too, so great. So now this one, you see, is up pointing right at the translocator, back at my home. So this is the magic that is Translocator Engineering Redo mod. Redo. Okay. Crowbar, go break down a translocator in the world, break a second one, break a third one, however many you need to break, and then reassemble. Place your newly created translocator, use the linker, right click on it, go to the one where you want it to teleport you to, and have it repaired, etc. Right click the linker on it, and they should be connected. So, anybody wants to give me a hard time about me just transporting myself, you go right ahead. I'll hear you, but I'm very comfortable with what I just did. I told you I would. This thing to me is picky. It's kind of a little bit of a questionable thing in my opinion. And I'm not going to suffer because of its weakness. Alright. So we have reached the end of this episode. And I want to thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, I have fun playing, just as I have on this episode. So hopefully we're both having fun, right? If you like what I'm doing, please do consider subscribing to my channel. For all of those who already have, I thank you ever so much. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate what you've done, and I'm humbled that you would do that. Thank you. If you like a video like this one, please click on the like button and let the world know, and YouTube will try to help other people find video that you liked as well. That's what clicking on the like button does. If you didn't like the video and you want to click on the dislike button, by all means do as you feel. But I would ask a small favor. If you're going to dislike my video, you don't have to do this, but I'm requesting, please post a message on the video and let me know why you didn't like it. That educates me, and then I can take the information you gave me and decide what I want to do with it. But please, I would love to hear any questions, comments you have to say on any of my videos. And watch the next episode with me, won't you? Thanks. Goodbye.